We're going to break down something I did on Friday. I sold everything but one thing. I went all in on this one thing, and so I want to break that down first to just kind of talk about it. As you can guess, I guess by the background right now, it is Tesla. If you're part of my community, right, you get the alerts of everything that I do. To spare everyone the 9 million alerts, I just said, just so you know, I'm selling it all. I'll give you the next alert will be with all the fills. So it wasn't like I did something, paste it, did something, copy and paste, did something, copy and paste. I just gave the alert. I'm selling everything. If you follow me, I don't jack around with limit orders. Like if I sell something, I sell something. Market sell. That's it. Went ahead and sold everything. Now this is in the account that I started with from zero. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. It's almost been 2 years. Crazy. Anyway, we now have enough to buy 100 shares of Tesla. Now we had to dip a little bit into margin, but real quick, just to break down where we're at, we're above PDT. So how many of you guys have been trading or in the markets for a year or longer, 2 years? I'll give you 3 or 4 years. How many of you guys just aren't above that 25K mark? And why did I do it with $150? Now, again, $150 a week, but do the math. Well, why isn't anybody else doing it? Anyway, how that's going to continue to grow is I felt like we could just make a little bit more money by selling everything, grabbing 100 shares. Now, I told you guys I'm going to wait for a pop, and then I'm going to sell a call. So I'm going to pull up Tesla. We're going to pull up the options chain. And right now, the plan, as I said in the text, was I'm going to get more aggressive. Typically, when I'm selling covered calls, I like the 20 delta. If you don't know anything about delta, I do have a course you can check out. It's not just how much the contract moves per dollar of the underlying. There's a lot more to it. So I'm probably going to do more like for now, just because I am in margin, right? Again, not a lot. I want to do something more aggressive, kind of a wheel strategy, and just do a maybe a 30-35 delta. So we're going to look at this right here. And for right now, that puts Tesla at 340, 337. Now, I might as well do the 340s. We'll collect 900, not 900. What, 85 bucks less? 80 bucks less, huh? So here's the difference. Now, we're going to, so Tesla was also a dip buy, so I did wait to do this. I waited for Tesla to be a dip buy. I do think it's going to be green. And I've told you guys for a while now, Tesla is awkwardly holding up. Tesla's doing something big. Somebody's holding it up. Tesla doesn't usually go sideways, or we had this giant pennant. We have higher lows, we had lower highs, and then that broke. There was our first cue. Now, we were going to run right into that zone and find some sellers. If you're new here, it's just magic. The magic just happens all the time. Anyway, we found the sellers. We sold off, so I waited for the dip buy there. Now, the 30 delta is the 337 or the 340. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that zone. Typically, so one standard deviation is going to be, we can do 347.50s, we can do the 350s. But then we end up dropping down how much we collect on the call side. So I could do the 350s, but we're only going to collect $191. I could double it up, still keep the numbers on my side, still a 70% chance. So I'll sell the 340s, I'll collect $400. So this week the account will grow, was $555 minimum? Because I'll collect that. Now, if I let the shares go at 340, I still get the guy's $405. I'm still going to deposit my 150. So there goes 550 bucks. But I just bought Tesla at 330. So there's an additional $100 because it's that's 1,000. Sorry, because every dollar this moves will be 100, right? So so as it goes from 330 to 331, $100 in my pocket. 332, $100 of equity. 333, so on and so forth. 340. Now we have $1,000 in equity. We're up $1,000 plus I collected the $405. So if it gets called away, then this week I made $1,400. Not a bad deal. Now what I'll end up doing is if it were to run right to the dot, we'll roll. We'll collect another $400 next week. But I don't plan on really holding this. You know, there's times where I'll fight it. It'll shoot up, and I'll start to roll kind of up and out. I'll go from the 340s to the 342s, and I'll collect a little bit. You collect a lot less. Given the just where all the eggs are in one basket, I'm gonna let the shares go, and then wait for a dip and do it again. Now, this is in a Robinhood account, right? So you can't truly run the wheel yet because you have to sell cash secured puts, which I would have to have the full amount of cash for. So the strike would be a lot lower. I would just collect. I'd have to sell like a December strike to probably make a couple $1,000. So what I'll likely end up doing is let the shares go, wait for a dip, probably buy another 100, and then do that again. Ideally, it doesn't get above that, and I make a few grand first. So that's the plan with Tesla there, and why I think we'll collect a lot more. We did this in the very beginning. If you guys don't remember the very beginnings, right? So I started with 0. We put $150 in, and then every week you would just get the alert. I bought 7 shares of Palantir. 6 shares of Palantir. You know, it was just cheaper. And then I finally had enough to just margin that thing, grab the extra 100, start selling calls against it. And so that's what we're doing now. Scale's a little bit bigger. We'll collect a lot more than just $20 a contract. So by that making, you know, $400 a week, that's ultimately the plan there. The 345s. As soon as I drop it, now if I drop it to 345, that's actually $1,700 if it were to go up that amount. Because again, here's $1,000 in share equity. Here's $1,500. Now here's $1,000 plus 400, so that's $1,400. Now here's $1,500 in equity plus $279. So just shy of $1,800 there. We'll need to see where it opens at in the morning, because as of right now, the S&P, the futures gapped up. Now we gapped up, went up, and pushed up. Now, this is actually a pretty decent open. Let's check out the NASDAQ, same thing. So looking at that, Tesla will likely gap up. The strike will be a little bit higher as well, because if Tesla were to gap up, I could probably still sell the 350s for that $400 range. Now it's going to end up being the same. This number will stay the same right here, because as contracts moves, we kind of just move up and down this chain. So right now, Tesla's at 330. We're about $10 out is going to be the 30 delta. Let's say Tesla gaps up right now. We'll know here in 9 minutes what it's actually at. Now, let's say Tesla were to gap up $10. Okay, so all that's going to be is this is going to be the 340 contract. We'll be selling the 350 for 400. Now, that changes everything, because now that's $2,000 in equity plus 400. So yeah, either way, that's what I'm doing. That's what we're rocking. The second we cross this line right here, the premiums get significantly less. So I would like to get as close as I can to that, but probably, again, stay at the 30 delta. And if you look up wheel strategy, a lot of people really promote 30 delta anyway. Personally, I don't like it because you're in management mode a lot. And I like to I'd rather collect a little bit less and just keep getting that free internet money and not have to worry about it. This particular one with this certain stance or case, I wanted to break down why I sold everything, because the second I sold everything, the DMs lit up like I knew they would, like it was a slot machine. Do you see a crash coming? do you see a correction? It was this. If you are new here, I've only talked about a crash 4 times. Talked about it the year prior, when it would happen, and I'm 4 of 4. So they do take it a little bit seriously. But I wanted to give it its own attention that, no, don't see a crash coming. In fact, I'm hoping September is red. There's an argument for seasonality, probably stronger for September than it is certainly August, like some are saying. Hoping there's a dip buy in September. At that point, I'm going all in. So anyway, if you like what you see, just do all the follow stuff, right? If you want to check out the community or anything like that, links are always in the description. If you want to just follow along with the play, I'm sure I'll continue to make random update videos about it, however long it takes to finish up, wrap up, and see how much we make there.